on their T sides. Maybe the lack of defensive capabilities of flipside is enough for Avangar to close out a second half as well as starting off well. Because remember, I think they've lost, what was it, 2 games, but the first half they actually won 8-7 in their first match, and they lost 7-8 in the second match. So their CT sides have actually been equal to their opponents.
We'll see whether they can keep it going. Here's James getting it done with the silence USP. That was an opening pick from flipside, and yes, they get the bomb down there, but they will not be buying up into this round. They will be taking it. Eco here, bring out the AKs in the third. Markloff does purchase a smoke and a couple of flashbangs here. The objective, get that bomb down once again. It's highly unlikely they do anything but get a plant, maybe 1 kill. But an outside stack from the CTs. This could be a little bit uncomfortable, I would say, as it goes towards the other round. Pentacore with his pants down. We'll get 1, but he'll fall back, and that's going to be the bomb going down almost suddenly. But why is it still on the lower ramp? It needs to be the very front of the pack there. Still probably gets planted. It'll be real close. And indeed it does. Well played by flipside. That's enough here, but still, see, he's looking for 1 more. That would be great. Not going to happen just a Glock, but lots of money, Matthew, for that next round. They can even get the AWP out.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice and early. Considering flipside gets 2 bomb plants down.
Yeah, this is where Wadada can bring out the AWP. He's got 5 rounds. Yeah, you're believing in that now?
No, you know what? Sometimes, Anders is running the simulation, but the problem is if you make him angry, everything's going to go against you. So I'm just appeasing the master.
It seems Jason's been in control recently.
He just thinks he is.
Well, Wadada does indeed bring out the AWP. No armor. It's what we call a glass cannon for some reason. I like it though. And with 4 AK-47s. They have got the smokes, the flashbangs, that bomb, especially the second plant, was fantastic for their economy overall. And we'll see whether Jane, with his AWP, can go toe-to-toe with World Edit, one of the stronger players on the flipside team. Nades coming towards that main entrance. Blade manages to dodge them. He's trying to listen out for some sound cues here. Watching out for any close pushes towards that main entrance. But his teammates head towards Ivy. 3 of them, in fact. That does suggest it will be an outside play eventually. Bomb still down in T-spawn as World Edit investigates towards the Ivy position, looking for any players behind that server. They will be boosting him up. Just have a look at the left and right positions. No one challenging towards Ivy. There's actually no one there at this moment. Rotating tentatively from the backtrack. This is a nice smoke just to buy some time and get nice and close with the MP9.
So World Edit sitting top of the server waiting for the smoke to dissipate. We'll get vision towards Ivy. Seized Markolov also with him. So the early op for James as well. Trying to counter that of an expected purchase. Very forward stance toward Ivy. With James pushed so far up on the B side in AWP, they're able to get Krizian in underneath the ladder and therefore pretty much cover off all of B. He'll get so much information on this, plus the fast flank's a possibility. Not only that, they're going to bring Kiko to Buster up to the front of the A side as well. Good shot, James. That's going to slow them down. And Demasik and Krizian have ladder completely covered off.
Do you think we're going to see any fast-paced gameplay from flipside? I'm not sure. Once again, getting picked off at the very start, Blade getting legged in the process. They will edge towards a 10 seconds back. This is just such classic flipside play, and then it's getting picked off 1 by 1. It's not looking good at all.
The problem is it's fine to play slow, but not when you're a man down. You've got to be looking for more information than that. It seems like they just sat back. They got completely pincered off, had no map control.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's my point. They're not getting anything done with this long round. They go towards Ivy. They'll investigate that, do nothing with it, fall all the way back, and then they'll go towards inside. It's just so obvious and telegraphed. It's 10 seconds on the clock, you see smokes coming in, you know what's happening at that point. The fact that
James could stand at the corner at B for that long uncontested, until about 30 seconds left. They saw 1 smoke at Ivy, and the players at ladder just sat there. There was no one showing on A, no one really pushing Ivy. Nothing was accomplished.
Well, there it is. Avangar managed to hold flipside at bay there. That was their strong buy, remember. 2 bombs going down is pretty fantastic. Although you're not winning the round, you're going to have lots of money for round number 3, and that was their chance to fight back there. We go to round number 4. This is, of course, a full eco. Good damage by World Edit. Doesn't find the kill, though. There was a very strong grenade at the very start. You can see World Edit got taken down by Buster. Waylander took the brunt of it as well. And as we go towards that lower ramp, once again, the objective is to try and plant. And we'll try and deny it with the incendio. I don't think it's been perfectly thrown. We'll have a look at that. Yeah, I think there is an opportunity to plant. Yeah, absolutely. Wasn't quite thrown perfectly there.
No, just to the right. Did some damage on entry, but that's about all. So Blade with the Deagle seized CZ. CZ has good position, mind you, but with him being one of only 2 players remaining, not hard with 5 up to anticipate that there might be someone lurking, and Buster does exactly that. Krizian will take down the final player. And 4-0 for Avangar. It's max loss bonus, therefore. Another bomb plant as well. So flipside, an opportunity to get back into it with AWPs. In fact, a full set of grenades on each player as well.
Well, here we go then, flipside. I am hoping we do see something more.
5 AK.
Yeah, it will be. I want to see something more than just the default into a set piece. That's what I'm expecting from them, but they're going to have to change the pace. The game has developed past that. That's what their playstyle was maybe like 3-4 years ago. If you remember teams like Na'Vi really kind of running with that idea. When they had Guardian in the team, especially earlier in CSGO, that was so strong for them because he was so good at getting opening picks, and then they could execute strategies from there. They don't really have the firepower flipside to really run default every single round, but here we go. This is looking a little bit faster. The wall smokes come out early, and the Molotov will be deployed. It's going to be down to Buster to try and take them down. He's absolutely bamboozled them, coming in from behind, making them look foolish, man. That was complete
And that's why
disaster.
flipside doesn't go fast.
Yeah, maybe.
That might slow them down for the rest of the game now.
Yeah, oh, they just got completely wrecked there, didn't they? Go for the smokes, the flashbangs, and yeah, not really much to report. They're one of the quickest rounds you'll probably see this game. Buster, he actually pushed all the way from inside and got
You made
down.
the prediction that this would be the last time, this tournament might be the last time we see the 5 players on Envy together. I'm going to say this is the last time we see this flipside.
Yeah.
Obviously, this flipside roster is relatively new anyway with Seized, but I think
it's a good point. Like, he can't be happy in this whole situation. Sees he's gone like from one of the most iconic teams in CSGO, Na'Vi. But he knows the flip side, and he knows that, I can't say they particularly wanted him, right? It was just kind of an exchange. They needed his player, and he doesn't really want to be there either, I'm imagining. But it's just not like they're going to 0-2. It's not like they're almost certain that they won't be making through the final 16. You know, like I'm not holding any hope.
I wouldn't be surprised if Avangar or QB Fire are, you know, all options for players to be picked up. Whether or not you'd want to be, I don't know.
I think that's a really interesting idea. There's a lot of CIS talent, right? The absolute bucket loads of it, and they're all spread out through these teams. Like Vega, for example, Avangar. You could make an absolutely fantastic team mixing those.
That's kind of what I was saying yesterday on the desk. The fact that Vega's returning,
Vega's like fine. They're not going to change it.
Obviously they haven't in years anyway. But the fact that Na'Vi's always been there, but Vega's also with Gambit as well, winning the last major. The fact that Vega stepped in the 3rd spot and didn't have to requalify through minor, they've opened up more spots, which opens up more space for the CIS region to showcase itself, and we're starting to see some of the depth that it has. So it's good for everyone that they have 3 teams that were already here, 5 teams overall.
I would say a mixture of these 2 teams would be something interesting. That would be quite... We'll see what happens here as Buster shuts it down. What on earth is that? The AK-47 completely lights up flipside there, and Cruzen, he'll chime in at the same time. This is looking like a disaster for flipside. They just don't have the aim right now to go toe-to-toe with the likes of Avangar. It's going to be seized towards the backtracks right now. He might get 1 kill out of this. Takes the incendiary to the face. He will take some damage here, so you're decide, mate. Oh my goodness gracious.
I can't believe that just happened.
What's he up to?
I mean, first off, he body blocked it. It wouldn't have hit him. It would have gone behind him if he didn't body block it, and then he just stands on it. Like,
you hate to see that. These rounds, like, Avangar making them look horribly amateur.
I don't understand the point of that. He clearly knows he's taking damage.
No, it's like with the bin in front of him, like obviously, I guess he's like, I'll jump on this and I'll be fine, but the flames spread even further.
That's so late.
Yeah.
Well, get out of it.
It wasn't, I'm not trying to justify it, I'm just like, trying to get inside his head and work out what's going on there, but another eco here for flipside.
Like the frog, the Al Gore reference. If you put a frog in water and it's really hot, it'll jump out, but if it slowly heats up, it doesn't notice.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that is something I haven't heard that one before. That's quite cool. There we go, Buster.
Back to the game. Down at the sandwich, Markelov takes out Divisek. Krisian at least has control from the bottom of control. At the ladder, we'll get the shot back on Markelov, leaving us with just Seized and Waylander. WP for James.
Waylander alone and now dead. This is looking very simple for Avangar overall. Well, here we go. We get into round number 8. Still early days, don't get me wrong. They can still bounce back from this one. Flipside should be absolutely fine. They can get 5 on the board on the T side. It's still a competitive game. And we saw a faster round for them. That was a set piece. I want to see more brutal rounds. I wanted like this, not throw the smokes, not telegraph going outside. Let's just get out as a group, few flashbangs there, and try and shut down the doubles potentially. And we'll see what they can bring to the table. Blade is an experienced player. He's been to a lot of majors before. I'm sure he knows what he has to do to get himself out of this mess.
Well, we've been saying that for a while, and I've been starting to believe that perhaps, no offense to Blade, with all his brilliance, maybe that is the problem. Again, they have this numbered system. Hiko talked about it as far back as 2015 when he played with them at ESWC. It was obviously enough when the bromance started between Simple and Hiko, but have a very structured system, a very slow system, and I'm starting to wonder if it's hurting them. I often think of, although it was one tournament, WESG qualifiers last year in the European qualifiers, strictly in Kiev, with the team Russia that actually beat Virtus.pro, oddly enough, in that qualifier. World Edit was on it, best I've ever seen him play. We jokingly asked him why, he said no blade. A little bit of freedom does.
That's absolutely right, yeah. That was a great insight behind the scenes from the Drop the Bomb boys, I think we can call
You're
that.
welcome.
It's going to be Kristen with another opening pick here. They're just finding the frags again and again. Nothing they can really do here. Sees shut down Waylander. That was brave. Down he goes in the smoke. Wildly fires the AK-47 with the smoke in front of him. And it works out. And they actually have a bit of an advantage here. You see Jane the Orpa on 16 HP and World Edit out of Ivy, boosted up. This is actually a really cool boost. I like this a lot. Not getting anything for it just yet, though. I'm sure it will pay off eventually. 30 seconds, so that timer runs down quickly as they will make their final commitment towards outside. From what we can see, Molotov's deployed, and that's going to be a guaranteed frag. World Edit nails it, and finally it's looking promising for the Flipside team. Here we go then, Buster. He'll drop, and now Jane with the AWP can't do anything about this. And there we go, first round on the board.
About time, indeed, for Flipside. Very, very needed. Just to continue with that point and that theme, you know, Blade's been considered so tactical, and they've always made the majors. Is this finally the catalyst for perhaps some of the players being annoyed with the situation of the team? Whether it's, you know, Markelov saying, I know he hinted it once or twice, like, oh, just wait, I'll be back on the op sooner or later. Does he go elsewhere? Is World Edit leaving the team? Are the players tired of playing this style? Does Blade finally sort of get a mutiny underneath of him? Like, there's a lot of questions on where this roster can go.
They are looking down the barrel of a 0-2. Lose this map, they are out of the tournament. Did they all get dropped to the end there?
It did, but they've got 16k, so who cares?
You're right. That is a fair point, Matthew. And 7-1 comes through, and we need to make sure that Flipside do start converting a few rounds in a row, string them together, avoid that horrible reset. For now, though, they get a really decent buy. The 3 players survived there. They've got the AK-47s, the AWP on World Edit. Nice boost towards Ivy. I like that. It's quite innovative. You don't really see that too often on the terrorist side. We'll see the smokes come out. Double AWP setup now with Buster and Jame. Like you said, plenty of money to work with. As we go fast towards the Pop Dog this time. Good Molotovs used at the very start to push the CTs back, and Waylander. Need to see him step up here. He gets good flashbangs. He could have pounced at that point, but here he goes now. Should be able to nail this frag. Just about gets this. Going to be seals. Caesar steals it away, and this is looking quite good for Flipside now.
Jame, good shot to Blade. Still working with the inside to sandwich their man down, make that 2. Waylander works next in. Markelov's going to take down Kicker. It's all on Buster. Every kill he gets will still be beneficial. They kept 4 alive on their win. So they've avoided the reset, and that they've got enough carried over as it is anyway. But now they'll have a chance to build up a bit of a bank. They're going to have a large task still to break Avangar's down. Markelov will sit on top of the train. You're a Buster fan?
A little bit. I don't think he's got much of a chance in this one, I'm afraid. And so we will find the 2 rounds required for Flipside. No reset here today. And 3 players surviving once again. It's all good news. Buster, at this point, just trying to stay alive. Hold towards the backtracks. And he'll be looking towards Ivy to see if he can find anyone exiting the bomb site here. He will be fine. He can survive the blast radius there. And we'll see the bomb explode in all its glory here. It's not that destructive. All the trains always seem fine.
They do, actually, yeah. So what are they trying to explode, you know?
Maybe it's just like a false alarm, you know?
Oh, I had a text about one of those the other day.
Well, it will be round number 10. As we get into this one, we'll see whether Flipside can continue their good form. Still got a 12k on a few of the Avangar players. And this is a tactical timeout for Avangar. This will be the start of them finding themselves in a tricky predicament of the money being whittled down, but for now it's absolutely fine. M4's come through, the AWPs once again now in the hands of Buster and Jane. AWP for World Edit, and we'll have a look at the scoreboards while we're here to see how it's going. At the very top for Flipside, I always say, when I see C's name, I always about to say Navi. C's with 4 and 8, C's at the top. At the bottom, it will be Blade on 1 and 8. Buster leading the way on Avangar's side, 12 kills, 2 deaths for him. As we get into round number 10 here, C's has made his way out towards the main entrance, going towards that all-off position, successfully does so. Aggressive play towards Pop though. This is much faster now. It's what we want to see from flipside. Getting stuck in there and see if they can find the first few kills. That's your teammate, don't shoot those. As Chrisen gets ready, you can hear the footsteps all around. He's going to be dropped at this point. He somehow stays alive to the trade. Good work by flipside.
Trade him World Edit's also hitting shots. Took down Buster with the opener and followed it by getting Demasic, who's been quiet. Only gets one. Thought he was going to get more, so I got excited. James sits in a 1 versus 2. Op still in hand for Avangar, and he can afford to get aggressive. This round, they'll lose their money otherwise. World Edit, great round overall. 3 kills, 7-3, 3 in a row for flipside, who have a 3 in their name. Fitting.
Absolutely. It's going very well now. I think this faster play is actually revitalizing them. No more slow defaults at this point, getting stuck in there, allowing their players to actually find some positional control at the very start. Molotovs and smokes are looking better, and they're starting to hit some decent shots now. Right, Blade still struggling there 1 for 9, but his teammates starting to step up. Number 11, and this is going to be the last, surely, of the Avangar millions. And as we see, just 1 off now, the M4s, not all the utility, and a faster play towards inside potentially. This is looking much better. I like this. They're being more assertive. The defaults weren't working out for them. They're getting wrecked in all the duels. Let's just call something at the very start of the round and stick with it.
It's on down, smoke sent, so they'll walk through the smoke and hit the flames as the anticipation, or at least the goal. Flipside's woken up.
Yep.
Suddenly things coming to life. Avangar's got their typical 7 to 8 rounds already, but having been up 7-0, you would expect him to look for a lot more than that. Down 2 men, bomb planted, and as you say, this is the time they need to save, and it looks as though they're already doing so. Christian, he's backed well off toward T-spawn, and James going to rotate out as well, so it'll go 7-4. A lot of questions surround the second half because both teams are going to be on their significantly weaker side.
Absolutely. Well, weapons will be saved, at least they'll attempt to do so. And you're right, this is looking like flipside waking up. Calling strategies at the very start, set pieces, that's where they're going to do their best work. Let's not do the default, let's not even give a chance for the players, let's face it, who are hitting better shots right now, Avangar, to have a chance to pick us off 1 by 1. We'll stay the 5-man unit, they'll work the decent smokes, the strategies we know the work, and get stuck in there. Molotovs are on point, they're eradicating the risks as they go into the bomb sites, and now we're starting to see the AWP come into play as well. Here's the replay of Water forcing his way down the lower ramp. Nails that shot, that's a wonderful shot. And it will be 7-4 now. As we'll have 3 weapons saved for Avangar, of course. They can force up around this. Famis comes out for Demasic. Kits are available. Decent utility as well. But that's now 4 rounds in a row for flipside tactics.
Well, Edit's trying to find the shot towards the connector. Oh, no. Fortunately, didn't realize they'd gone well beyond that, and he was blinded up and well exposed to Christian, who's now gotten in behind the E-box position, sees through a smoke, nowhere to go, down to just Markov. 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2.
This is looking good for him, isn't it?
Snappy aim. Took down Buster and only lost a fraction of HP.
Yeah, he's got a real chance to win this one. James and Demasic will try and stick together as one towards the backtracks, the other towards Hell. Markov, this could be a fantastic play. Silently gets up on the train here. Had the bird's eye view, but taken down. Good shot by the Famis. 8-4. Avangar finally get back in the game and win the half at this stage. Money very good for flipside though. They've managed to build themselves a real stable economy. At 9k per player there. And number 13 as we come to the closing sectors of the first half. All for World Edits. And we'll see if they can maybe find the 8-7. I'm thinking it's quite likely at this point. They've found the right recipe at this stage to pick up rounds. There we go, you've got to shoot those windows out.
I was going to say, they're like
very beneficial strategy.
It's like the TV in Mirage.
Yeah.
No point, but everyone does it. Seas gets aggressive. So a little bit of pace at least to try and get the brown halls. Jostle for position behind the smoke, but no one there. Meanwhile, Markolov works out toward Ivy. And he's not alone, he's got World Edit. He should just shadow World Edit, so when he goes down he can just pick up the op.
Yeah, that's definitely an idea. Oh, I thought Waylander would come out and strike at that point with a flashbang. They have got Brown Horse control. They now can signal for the teammates to rotate through, go for that set piece we know is strong for them. There are variations of that. You can drop the inside grenades and then rotate, of course, back towards outside with a player waiting at Ivy, perhaps. And Blade just trying to bait out information at least to see if he can get a nade to be thrown, a Molotov perhaps. Maybe that suggests he wants to fall back and just get rid of their utility in that area and see if anyone's going to be up close and personal towards the pop dog position. Here we go. Let's see whether they do fully commit. It's going to be the AWP boosted up. You very rarely see kills from this position. It's not like I see he's going to be waiting there, but here we go. Looks like a full commitment, and they will indeed go towards inside. Here's the flash and the final play.
Seized in. Passing the alleyways as each of them had utility, but not enough to hold off Keekert. He goes immediately in, and bomb goes down. 15 seconds again. Low on time as always for Flipside, but they'll do just enough to get the bomb back and plant it in time.
Surprised Grissom didn't drop his incendiary there. He had that available to him. Could have actually denied the plant. Too late now. As he throws it in, he was actually in the bomb site ready and waiting. His teammate will be set up. Dimisic goes towards the lower round, nails that first shot, and it will be Markelov to go down. Well, that is now AWP in hand. He's got 2 Molotovs available to them, and they hit the first, and now just down to Wildetta with the aforementioned AWP. Will he go for the Molotov play? Upgrade to the AK-47. Needs the double spray down here. They're going for the full defuse plan. This kill has to come through, and it won't happen. And Avangar run away with the round. Touch and go there. I really felt like Avangar, when the plant was coming through, they could have dropped their incendiary and maybe could have seen more methodical play from Flipside in that particular clutch and gone towards the upper round, dropped the Molotov on the bomb, but they went for the straight up jewels there. And this is a bit of a mess overall. I'm not really sure what Blade and Seas were doing. This complete disaster there, hugging each other on the bomb side, trying to get the bomb down. As we get into round number 14, the penultimate round. All out, AKs as well. Waylander has to take a slight compromise there with the CZ. How many AKs have got on the CZ? Just the one. It's in the hands of Crizzen.
He's going to start well by getting Markelov to go down on the left side of the train. And a drop in. Waylander, fortunately, can't do much with limited weapon rank. Christian does very well to hold station. 3 kills for him. He's been relatively quiet in this game. I say that. He's got 14 kills. He's up there with Buster, but not quite as well flourished. Dimisic's been the least involved, at least on his side. Interestingly enough, Seized, who's replaced Electronic off of Na'Vi. The swap, like you said, is bottom for Flipside, so struggles continue for Seized. James tries to find the shot toward A main, can't do it. Well, Letta knows that he's toward the sandwich position, but that's not going to give him much help, especially as Blade goes down. He does at least find the shot. Gets closer. Keekert's there and ready.
Keekert is ready as he manages to pick up double digits for Avangar there. Lost bonus starting to accumulate, but it's only at the 3rd stage as we go into the final round of the first half. I think a couple of AKs are available and possibly pistols or SMGs to go with them. 10-4, likely to be 11, doesn't seem good enough. There was a flurry of rounds for Flipside there, and they changed the pace and got stuck in as a unit. Set pieces and a couple of rushes thrown in for good measure, working quite nicely. A reminder that this is the 0-2 match. You can see the top of your screen there. Lose this one and you are out of the tournament.
Indeed,
they are
the tournament.
They always are the dark horses, the talking point. No one can actually believe they keep doing it. Like Krakow making it to the actual main tournament, the final 16 again. Didn't seem possible. That's when they had Electronic, remember, and he was the firepower of the team.
Well, and it was a 2-2 decider game that gets in there as well. That's right. In mind, and I think that was against Liquid, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right, yeah.
Liquid, for some reason, always struggled in qualifiers against Flipside.
Oh!
Check that. Buster, great shot. Waylander and reacts to Blade above, just above the smoke.
Yeah, that was sick, that spray control. Unfortunately, it goes down. It's the scout that prevails, but a 4-on-3. Trying to jump up there. The scout still can jump and shoot at the very apex of the jump. That's why they will be wielding that weapon, and Dimisic just offers himself up on a plate there for Markelov. 3-on-3. All of a sudden, this is quite promising for Flipside.
Seized will recover the bomb. And around the Flipside's going to very much need 5 rounds only after getting 3 for 26 or 27, whatever the outrageous statistic that Yanko had was on their CT side so far in this tournament. Christian will wait to see if anyone walks from Ivy. Markov is there, and he'll see the Molotov being thrown. Capitalize as he can. The next two, both out from Pop Dog. And success to one of them. Seized, but he's gone down bomb as well. James goes back in. Now, unfortunately, James is going to die at the end of the half. But it's an honorable death. That's exactly a remarkable play in a 1 versus 2.
Well, there we go. Lovely stuff there. We saw some glimmers of the old seas there. Great work with the AK-47, but Buster, this spray control towards the upper ramp there. Loving that. That's really nice to watch, and unfortunately, nothing really to write home about there as the edit play does not work out. We can't believe it.
Blade is 2 for 13.
Yeah. That's not great, is it?
I'm afraid if you've gone stagnant as a leader, which I'm going to say it. Look, we've given the guy enough praise. At this point, I think it's time to say I haven't seen anything.
I think he would be beneficial. This is the coach time now.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything that's like blows my mind, like, oh my god, that's creative. Wow, he's just reinvented a meta, or wow, he's done a very tactical execute. I haven't seen anything from that in a while.
Yeah.
I think he's coattailing it at this point. And if he's not going to get kills either, yeah, you might be right.
I think that would be...
And a lot of the credit we gave him came from coaching in the first place when he coached Hellraisers in the major. What was that? Katowice 2014, I want to say.
Yeah. Well, that could be an interesting idea, but they're not out of the tournament just yet. 11-4 is recoverable. Obviously, on the CT side, that is favoured, and we'll see if they can win the pistol here. If they don't, it feels like it might be goodbye flipside. They have had a shocker of a tournament. Round number 1 of the second half. We'll have a look at the buys for both teams. It's going to be Buster leading the way. Oh, the little totem pole drop there as they make their way towards the Pop Dog smokes and flashbangs available.
Good. Well, climb the ladder. Timisic already there. And Avangar with this pistol could finally accomplish the T-side they need. So it's not a written or shut case for either team, considering the struggles they've had on the respective sides.
Seized alone inside it. Silence USP, can't find the shop. Does at least get information that you need to rotation him. Markelov will join him in the connector, but they are poised and ready by the low ramp. They might fall back here. They don't have to commit. There's still plenty of time available. 1 minute to be exact. Smoke still in the back pocket. Decoy will be deployed towards the low ramp. This is what could be the bait here. We'll have a look as to whether Kicker will fully commit to this. Smoke is going down, and it is a fake indeed. So they'll drop the decoy there, and that's a great shot as they fully commit towards outside. Waylander can do nothing about that, Matt. He's just got absolutely dropped there. Well done it through the smoke. Does get a lucky kill towards Buster. And now Seas has to step up, and we need to see some of the old magic here. There it is.
Part of it. That'll work. Starts it off to get down Dimisic, and World Edit will capitalize by getting Christian. Remember, he got the one through the smoke, so that actually gave them the lead temporarily. It's gone back and found the response. Markelov, World Edit versus James. James can't overcommit. Bomb planted. No need to commit to peaks. Play the time. They'll know where he is, but he can still have the angles. Oh, World Edit's low as well. If he could get the shot, he would have been well suited because it would have come to a one-on-one. He still made space for himself somehow. I don't think it's enough. I think the 10 seconds is still available to him. If he had got around that second train, he might have had it.
One of the most beautiful CAS being played at this point, but it will be a deep use.
So.
Oh, God, that was close.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. That is a scary sound to hear.
Just to note, by the way, first time Avangar's not played Mirage in this event.
Yeah, that's right. I can see Divisic's purchased body armor. So, are they force buying here? Maybe not. He might have even played the plant of the bomb and got a couple of kills, so he can justify 650, right? So he'll go for PT50 armor. Very similar objective as to what we saw on flipside in the second round of the first half. Try and get that bomb down. As you know, you're getting AKs out in the third. Only one rifle purchase for flipside. That could come back and haunt in the next round. We'll see.
Laying down smoke.
So James to wait top ladder for any aggression, but no one likely to do so. Buster also checking out Brown Hall. Seized is at the ramp, excuse me, but fair enough, he's going to get aggressive. He may actually clear this and wrap in behind them, so he and Waylander are going to try and finish the top ladder. Waylander gets wrecked by the double drop, but Seized is hot on the heels, which means he can still take advantage of it, and you're right, they've left the bomb upstairs anticipating that they would go back for it. The problem is, it's just Seized and Markelov, so Markelov's got to run all the way around just to get with him.
So Seized, we need to see something great from him. He's got a ton of information, didn't fully commit to the peak. He can hear footsteps towards Pop Dog right now. He needs at least 2 kills. His teammate backs him up. Markelov needs to hurry here.
He's spotted.
Yeah, I think you're right. They have got a flashbang to use here, and they want to go in together, and now Markelov goes, trying to pincer him in here, and Seized keeps up bomb for now, and nothing he can do about that. Wow. UMP drops, and tons of information there. They had the disadvantage. They thought once he found the bomb, maybe going towards T-Seps would be the correct play. They weren't together though, needed Markelov with him, and there will be a round in favour of Avangar. That wasn't even the force by map, that was pretty much full eco. You can see no armour in the bottom left of the screen. They had a couple of Deagles and P250s, and they run away with it.
Wow, that's insane. Double drop play actually worked very well for Avangar.
All in for flipside here. This is actually even more brutal than losing the pistol, because now you're on the chase. If you lose this round, you're another eco, then you have the force by almost a match point, and you're just going to leave yourself very short-changed in that respect. They'll come through with the MP9, but that's a bold move. I'm not sure what they're up to here. Seized will help himself. 2 kills, that's not required at all. He almost gets a third. Really well played by Seized there. They made it a little bit too easy for him, running through the smoke with that MP9, and what a successful round it was before, with a pretty much full eco, and then just throw it away, rushing down that lower ramp. There is no need to rush the tightest choke point on the map when you know you've got them on the ropes and just on pistols. Especially in the CZ meta we're in right now with CSGO.
Just to give you a little bit more information.
Go for it.
Dimitri keeps feeding it to me. The Avangar coach, Daston, used to play with Hobbit on Tengri.
Oh, really?
So there you go.
Tidbits of Matt.
And Dimitri.
And Dimitri.
Dimisic's going to take down Blade. So Waylander, Deagle has to be careful. They do have the man advantage, but the AK for Seized is a massive, massive upgrade considering he has armor. This actually looks like flipside could take this. James being timid with bomb, and they've lost everybody else. He's going to have to go B and plant on his own. I'm afraid the eco is going to be completely nullified in the fact that they're going to give this one up. He'll get the plant down, at least inject some money, but with 22 HP and guns picked up in the hands of people with armor, not likely he does anything beyond that. It would be pretty damn good clutch.
With 20 HP, you're absolutely right. He's going to get this kill, I'd imagine. There it is. Now gets an AK-47. Is he just going to save?
Oh, I thought he was going to go full flank.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They're going for the full defuse here. That's a brave move, but it looks like it's one that's actually paid off. He had the incendiary.
Oh! If he was closer, maybe even not hesitated on the first chance to run away, he may have had that.
I think you're right. Well, this is the play. This is the blunder. There's no need for this. You can see there's 1 minute 40 on the clock when they do this. Like, why are they rushing through the smoke? Like, once the first play goes down, you don't need that refrag. They say, okay, they've got pistols. We've given up one weapon. It's just the MP9. That's fine. We do not need to give him an AK-47 as well.
Okay. No, excuse me, take it back. So he did still have the incendiary. I thought he may have ran to pick it up from a player that was down, but he had it all along in that round. So, yeah, he may have gotten there a little quicker.
Well, still money available. The bomb going down for Avangar and winning an eco previously and saving those weapons to the next round. There will be the AWP for Jame, Galils and AKs, and a cheeky little CZ there kicker as we get into round number 19 here. MP9 for World Edits, FAMAS for Waylander. They do have a couple of AKs though. Another big round. It's been back and forth so far in the second half. Kristen will holding up towards main entrance, and now Jame. EWP, slower pace once again. When you get the AWP out and you know you can fully reset a team here, definitely worth just seeing what's available to you at the start.
Dimisic, the front side of Ivy entrance, has World Edit to watch Blades at sandwich so he can swing either direction. Waylander on the A-bomb tram. Meanwhile, Buster's trying to figure out what's going on at B. He's made slight contact with Markelov, who's actually going to concede the position and fall back further, which leads to the advancement of Avangar toward B as a result. They're fancying their chances to go for the fast plant post-entry. Just by holding. CT's at bay, and having Dibisic lurk toward a good first kill, taking a lot of damage, down to 14, but that's fine. He's held them off the B site. That's the entire plan, and Markolov's traded out. He's the only one there. Easy plan.
Blade's going to be absolutely stewing with that. They've let him walk out of the Ivy position, and now James helps himself towards the inside bomb site. 2 kills for him. And it's World Edit that allowed them to walk out of Ivy. He had the MP9. What was he going to do at that far backtrap position regardless? Like, he didn't even call there was a possibility. Blade has had his back turned to it. They take him down. That throws a complete spanner in the works there. Back towards inside. It was all a ruse and a very successful round there for Avangar. 4 players surviving right now. World Edit doesn't really have much to do there as he gets dropped in the end. 13-6. The money shouldn't be in a fantastic position. About 3k per player here. Simple shots for James, nothing too flashy here. 1 by 1, take him down, and just looking pretty shoddy from flipside there. I have no idea why Ivy would be exposed like that.
No need for that at all.
Like with the MP9 especially, like you want to be like in the Ivy if anything, but behind the server, in the cubby hole, baited in by someone else. Like it's a really important part of the map, a gateway to the outside bomb site, and they just let it be exposed. And there will be a little airstrike here towards main entrance perhaps. You can see some HE grenades going in. There's the blue line showing the trajectory of them. Doesn't do too much damage. Seized. P250, and they have spotted him. Now they don't want to have to commit towards inside him, man. They don't have to rush down lower ramp chasing 1 frag. They can be more composed than that. Run the default. You don't have to find the first kill just because you spotted 1 player. Just stick to your gun, try and bleed them out, get some information. There's a stack going on. Let the orb do its work.
These 2 teams have a history as well. Epicenter qualifiers, Avangar beat them twice, 2-1, 2 separate best of 3s. Avangar gave up their position at Epicenter to go to the minor, which got them here, so hey, right decision. Christian, meanwhile, it's going to continue to sit inside of A main. Kiekert will give up the Shower's position, head back toward T-spawn, looking like they want to put pressure onto A. As a result, Buster will be the only one to lone lurk above the ladder. So straight contact, 4 flooding in, smoke towards Sandwich, and they want to go by that. Just pistols to work with. They get closer to Blade. Could serve them, because that means Waylander has a chance to sneak out, but they've already spotted him. Buster takes him down, Christian follows up, and Kiekert finds World Edit.
Here comes C, a chance to at least get 1 frag. He will do oh my goodness, Markolov out of nowhere. He makes this possible all of a sudden. Unfortunately for him, he does not upgrade to a rifle here, still with no armor. Great kills coming through, I'm sure, but it might not help contribute to a round victory. Looking likely to be 14-6 now. He has no kit, no nades, no armor, just the trusty P250. As he encroaches on the bomb site here, he will find an AK-47. He'll go for it. It's desperate at this point. We'll see what's available. Jane takes him down, unfortunately. Good attempt, but still looking very good for Avangar here.
14-6, 2 rounds for Avangar to send flipside home early. First time ever at a major outside of the top 16. I shouldn't say ever, but first time in a very long time. Constantly, they seem to get there. And Avangar would have stepped forward, finally getting the win that they came close to in other maps. At least looked like they were close to in the first half. So again, failure to shut it out on Mirage. Typically their best map, by the way. So Markolov going for desperate spray up toward the ladder, but at least guns back out. Not the greatest of guns. Blades on an MP9, so too is Waylander, but at least the op for World Edit.
It's not looking too good. And Blade surely goes down here. He has had a very, very quiet game. 2 kills, 18 deaths. That's going to be one of the...
Still on 2 kills.
One of the lowest...
Oh, no.
Like, performances we've had in this tournament so far. World Edit though, he is keeping the drink alive somewhat. Takes that Dibisic, but sees alone inside. Gets dropped through the smoke, and that will be the full commitment. Everyone knows he played that bomb site alone. Markolov though, nice shot. Takes down the low HP player. M4 in hand. Hasn't reloaded just yet as the smokes are deployed. World Edit hits his second shot of the round. Bomb won't be planted just yet, and World Edit gets taken down by Buster.
Buster, good recovery. Back to a 2 versus 2 after going down early, and Christian's gotten Markolov, which means the round is entirely turned. This was a 4-on-2. Waylander at least gets 1 kill. And they're both high PHP working together through the smoke, though. Buster finds it. 3 kills for him in the round. Map point Avangar.
Well,
you're right to call out Blade, by the way, because if this was a football club, they'd be asking him to fall on the sword, calling for the shirt at this point.
2 for 19, yeah. It's difficult to talk about. He's a legend of the game. No disrespect here, but I'm going to say it's probably time to call it a day at this point. When you're not known as a tactical mastermind anymore, your team's not displaying anything innovative, like you said, and you're not performing at all. 2 for 19 is a shocking scoreline in a professional game with so much is on the line. And there will be a match point now with just pistols, SMGs and a scout. This looks like it's coming to its logical conclusion. And like you mentioned, it might be the final time we see this lineup on the flip side as well. It feels like the project is falling apart a little bit there. Well, that's the first kill. They might have a few more things to say about it, though. Some kills coming in from the CTs, fast commitment from the T trying to close out as soon as possible, and they managed to keep their heads above water at least. 15-7 now. Fast play from Avangar, just trying to close it out as quickly as possible, but ended up giving up the round. Money actually in the bin here for the team in the lead. Only about 3k per player. They do purchase an AWP. This is where they're just trying to, you know what, let's try and steal the round away.
Yeah, exactly that. Steal it away. Spend the money for James. They've got a cushion, a bed of rounds to work with. Not done. You can never write anyone off at a major in any situation. We already saw how close Renegades came, heartbreakingly close, in fact. In the last game to a comeback against Liquid. Good find from Markelov. Christian goes down. So seized, will wait bottom ramp. James peeks, doesn't quite get him through the edge of the wall, but definitely had the idea. I think it was just high. You can see the bullet mark. Incendiary. Mainlander will wait bottom ladder as well, so if they overcommit to B, or at least don't leave someone waiting behind them, he'll be ready to strike. He'll also get the information based on the fact that they're running right now. They go for the double drop. They've done it every time. So flash down with double drop. It's a double whammy. It's the new approach to it. It actually works quite well from Avangar.
It's rare to see any kills in there. It is effective for clearing out the room, but there it is, an actual frag coming forward.
Well, most people don't add the flash with it, I think, is part of it. Most people either go for the pop flash doesn't make noise or the double drop.
How C's not got that kill? That's
ridiculous.
He had the pre-fire, the aim, everything, and he doesn't nail the shot. Okay then, well, there's a lifeline. Oh, Buster's completely wrecked World today, hasn't he? Goodbye.
Yep. Oh, he's not still.
He's conceding barrel.
Gun barrel. Don't make noise. And
see ya.
I think that might be the game in itself. AWP picked up Buster and James. Now remember, they don't have much outs other than those two, and only James got armor. Markelov's getting confused though. He doesn't know where it's all coming from. James got him down to Blade. 2 kills. That is all in this game. 3, excuse me. He's gotten 1 in this round, but that is all he gets. And it's all done for Flipside. 0-3 finally. Flipside fall at a qualifier. I know I